Hi, Austin. Happy New Year. Okay, so I'll start the presentation. Okay. Oh. Hi, Alexander. Happy New Year. We need more excitement today, guys. That's it, Alexander. It's too early. Yeah. Okay. So, hello everyone, and thank you for coming to my finish 2020 with a bang. So this will be the wrap-up meetup. So you will see how well everyone went and how did the event was it a success? And at the end, we're going to talk a bit about our goals for next year and talk a bit about if you have any special tradition for 2020. Okay, just sorry. I was supposed to have two devices today, but my young son just take all the battery from my cell phone, so I just have my computer. Okay, so about me, I am a Crowdsource user since 2019, though I have to admit, but sorry, it's okay. So I have to admit that I've been using Crowdsource more since last year, mostly during the summer. During the summer, there was a community-led event, the 30 Days of Crowdsource, but it was the one organized by the Nigerian community, and I decided to participate with them. And it was really, really fun. I've made a lot of friends, and we're still talking to each other. I've met Vanessa and Audrey during this event, and this event really boosted my enthusiasm about the Crowdsource. I really liked it. I moved a lot of level. And currently I'm level 14. My goal was to reach level 15 by the end of the year, but unfortunately I didn't reach this goal. But to think that I was maybe level 5 at the beginning of 2020 and now I'm 14, well, it's good. So I had the idea about finish 2020 with a bang in November. I thought that it would be fun to organize something so everyone could chat with each other, motivate themselves to reach their goals, since I still wanted to reach my level 15 at this time. When I organized the event, I didn't think that there would be so many people showing up. There was a total of 61 participants that signed up. So, yay! Good job. Most participation by countries. There was 26 countries represented. We had 24 people from India, 9 from Nigeria, 3 from Pakistan, and the other was from other country. I think there was 2 from USA. So the other country, there was only 1 or 2 participants. So at the beginning of when I asked you what was your level at the beginning, most people were from level 12. I had 12 people at level 12. I had 10 people at level 14. It was mostly the higher, like between 10 and 14. Though I had 6 people at level 15. That's really great. And I had 1 at level 16. The goals for 2020. So the main goal was people wanted to move up a level. So that was the most goal for the people. Also, there were a few people that wanted to reach level 13. 20 wanted to rank in the top 100 crowdsource staff, and I think at this time I already had 1 person that was in the top. It was on the top 25 for handwriting at this time, and I had 18 people wanted to reach level 15. Other goals that people were setting was reach level 10 for 1 person, stay active in the community, remain a contributor, get pleasure. So there was really a lot of different goals, but the main one was to move up a level. At the end of 2020, what were the results? So I had 37 person that answered the final survey. Out of those 15 person moved up the level, so 15 person reached this goal of moving up a level. The person that answered the most my last survey were mostly people with lower level. So it was mostly people from level 10, level 12. I had 7 people at level 15, but people with lower level tended to answer the survey more. Did you reach your goal? Well, that's the interesting question. I have. The majority of you succeeded to reach all your goals. So congratulations, guys. And most of you succeeded to reach some of your goals, but not all of them. And there was 2 persons that weren't able to reach your goal. So it's no big deal. There was only 2 weeks for the challenge, so it was a really big task to reach all of your goals. So for the mini challenge, during the reach your 2020 goals event, I put up two mini challenge. So the first one was I asked you to time yourself and contribute during 5 minutes nonstop, and then write down your number of contribution you were able to do in 5 minutes, and give it to me so we could crown the queen or the king of this challenge. So in 3rd place we have Nagumali Mika, I hope I pronounce this right, with 980 contributions. In 3rd place, we have VJ with 1,000 contributions. And in 1st place, we have Anik Setiawati with 1,500 contributions. So congrats all, it's really amazing. The second mini challenge, I ask you to pick up a task you're not normally doing and do it for 3 days. Like, give yourself 5 minutes and do a new task during 3 days. Most people answered image labels verification. So my question that I'm asking myself is, was my question clear in the form? Maybe not, because I tend to think that most people are using more image label verification normally. Though we have people that try sentiment evaluation and writing recognition, and also translation validation. So these would be the most tasks that people have tried. Finally, how many contributions were made in total? So for people who answered the form, we had, okay, bear with me, I'm going to try to say it in English, 578,455 contribution total. So good job, guys. It's really great. And now I want to talk about next year. So what will be your goal for next year? I'm going to stop presenting so we can talk a bit about what you want to do for next year. I know that there's a lot of option you can do. You can try to move up a level, become a crowdsource influencer, hold up your first Google crowdsource meetup like I'm doing, build a community, reach level 13, reach level 15, make 1 million contribution. So guys, what do you want to do? Anyone? That's a big question for... Yes, I'm asking you, every one of you. You can unmute yourself and talk. Hello. Hello, Austin.
Yeah. This year I want to, actually it's very, very easy. I want to just get to level 15 and get my e-certificate. That's the actual plan for me this year. But I think since so many things are now normal, like now everything's normal now than before. So it's very, very hard for us to, for me actually to stay online, doing image label verification or doing handwriting recognition for so long. So because I don't really have much time as I had during lockdown. So I hope by the end of this year, by the end of this month or early February, I will get to my task and find another thing I could do. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin. Anyone else want to share with us their goal?
Melissa, it's Karen. I think with like Austin, I want to reach level 15. I am not as close as Austin to getting to that in terms of number of points. But in my head, if I do 1,000 points a day, I can do it in probably like in 3 months. To be realistic, if I be really realistic, I think I could probably do it in 6 months without killing myself. Because as Austin said, we do have lives outside of Crowdsource. So hopefully that will be, I guess it's not the motivation factor, it's just the time to actually sit down and do it. As I think as many of you guys here on the call right now would probably say the same thing too. But yeah, I mean that's the goal, is to get to level 15. But everything else, I think, from your list I've already accomplished, and then of course having more virtual meetups for Crowdsource. So that's the goal. Hopefully, I think we're planning for something for this month in January. Probably toward now the later part, but that's pretty much it.
Great. Anyone else? Well, I can tell my goals. Well, first, I just hold my first meetup, so I've reached one of my goals from last year, but it's this year. And also, I want to reach level 15 this year. Like Karen, I think, like Karen, like Austin, I think that the life has really changed from last year. Last year there was a lockdown. We had a lot of time on our end, and now real life is back, and it's really harder to have some time to do the task during the day. And like Karen, I think that maybe in 6 months it would be something realistic, but I don't think that I would be able to pull out something as crazy as I did last summer with the 30 days of Crowdsource, and I did like 100 contribution in 30 days. Now it wouldn't be realistic for me to do. Anyone else want to talk? Want to share? Okay, so Arafat, do you want to talk or? Okay, I'm gonna present you the last slide of my presentation. So finally, how did you celebrate the 2021 passage? Did you have any special tradition? Does your city do something special to celebrate? Were you with your friends or your family? I'm gonna start. You can see on my picture, these were fireworks from my childhood town. I'm going to explain a bit because this year I wasn't with my immediate family, with my husband and my kids, because my grandfather was sick. He lives in Quebec City, and I live in Montreal, so I had to do 3 hours of car driving to get to my grandfather. And I went to pick up my mom, and we celebrated the New Year's Eve in my childhood town, and they are doing fireworks. They're not doing fireworks at midnight because people would sleep, so they are doing it at 9 o'clock, and we could watch them. And what you see in the background is the skiing hill. So people, they close the skiing station to do the firework. And now, anyone else want to share? Is there any special tradition? You're from all around the world. I'm sure that you have things special or a special tradition that you're doing for the New Year's Eve, and I'm really curious to hear about what you have done, or if your country is doing something special.
Hello?
Yes, Austin.
Okay, so here in Nigeria, especially in the Igbo part, like southeastern part, is predominantly habited by the Igbos. So during Christmas, we all of us, like it's like a tradition. Like all of us, wherever we are, we tend to try as much as possible to travel back to our home country, like our villages, to meet our loved ones and grandparents, grandma, great-grand, all of them. So Igbos in diaspora, maybe those living abroad, anywhere, they try to, as much as possible to come back home. So whenever they come back, they stay together in their village houses and spend some time together. Then we normally have some kind of tradition we normally do, but since especially Igbos are very, very dynamic. Since things are changing rapidly, we tend to abandon these kind of things. We have masquerade dance. We have We have so many other things. There are so many other things. Because during Christmas is basically a time of harvest. You understand? It's basically a time of harvest. Yeah, this is the time that farm produce are harvested, like things like yam, potatoes, so many other things. And here in Nigeria is normally dry season. There is no rain. There's nothing like rainfall. It's dry season. So and there is harmattan. Instead of having snow or any other thing, we have harmattan. Like we have harmattan is like a strong wind that is very, very clear, and it's a bit dusty. Like the wind is a bit dusty, but like there is a feeling that you have during this during this period. And whenever if you wash your clothes, it will not take up to 15 minutes. Everything will get dry because the wind is very, very dry and I don't know how to explain it. Just very, very dry. So this time around, after 25th December, which normally we go to church, then that's first to first. Normally, because we are predominantly Christians, we normally men of God here normally organize crusade, night crusade. So it's like how will I say it? It's like a style. Like people we cross over to 2021 in the church. Like they will do a cross.
There's really a lot of things that's going on in Nigeria. Anyone else wants to share what they were doing special for the New Year's Eve?
For us, actually, it was pretty quiet because they pretty much shut everything down. So we can go anywhere, we can do anything. The government, or local governments, basically said that they didn't even want families to get together. So are the only people that you should be in contact with. So pretty much it was pretty quiet here. I think, unfortunately, not like Austin, who sounds like a really great time. We all were pretty much asleep before midnight. I'll be honest. And we started actually celebrating on New Year's Day. We started eating and drinking and doing all kinds of stuff, but New Year's Eve was pretty quiet here. And again, it's because of what's going on with the coronavirus. I think there were some fireworks. I did watch, I think, what was happening in New York for a little bit, but I mean, because of the time difference, you can see the fireworks and the ball drop in New York because it's a 3-hour time difference. But out here in California, it was pretty quiet.
So, anyone else wants to share how they spend the New Year's Eve? Okay, so everyone wants to open the chat. We could take the final selfie. To tree and take the picture. 1, 2, 3. participating. I'm really thrilled. Not much people participating in this event. Overwhelming for me. I'm glad to see you all for this wrap-up event. Thank you again to be there for this event as well. I'll surely be holding another one next year, but beginning at the start of December, so we'll have a whole month to reach our goal. But stay alert on the social media because I'll probably do another one in December 2021. So thank you guys. Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.